Hey, pronouncers. Today we're talking about a topic, and I want to help answer the question of what is the point of us running our company? Now, the reason why I want to dive into this is because I think it's so easy for us to continually working and doing the things that we do year in, year out, moving things forward, bringing on the right person, getting the jobs out the door, just continually plugging and chugging every single day as long as you possibly can. But then what happens when you're 5 years in? What happens when you're 10 years in, right? We got into this business. I was on the software side, originally started a very small print shop before, but from solving problems, right? It was like a love of making things. It was the obsession of, oh, I could do this and then I'll do that and then pump it out and someone pays me. And you continually repeat and re-rinse over time. But I think around 5 to 10 years in, it's easy to start to wonder, well, where are we going with this? What am I doing? And I also think that we need to stop, look, and just pop out from the top and ask, where's the North Star for our business? After a lot of reflection, especially after new ownership of Printavo and all that, I really feel that there's two main tactical reasons, very specific reasons to continue running your business and to help point it in the right direction. Two. And I want to be able to share those two different things today. And hopefully you can write back in the comments to give feedback as well. Now, if you're not there yet to these two different things, it's very understandable. It takes a long time to be able to get there, and that's totally fair. I do think that we need to actively make decisions to get to this two-state environment that I'm going to be able to share. And that is truly the Mecca. This is going to be the Mecca of shop ownership. I believe that this is the Mecca and what we should strive to achieve. But before I share these, before I dive in, we've got incredible sponsors that help us put the show on every single week. You guys know the names. You know what they do, but they really help us continue to push this thing forward. So first up, GraphXSource. GraphXSource, if you need a solution to improve efficiency and reduce costs in your art department, they offer leading industry options to help outsource pieces of your shop and are a part of your team. So they plug and play with Printavo and other shop management solutions, but really SEPs, mockup, creative art, order management, digitizing, customer service, they are there to help. They've been around for 40 years plus. So they've been doing it for quite some time. And they've got offices all around the world now. This is the one that Steven's in Honduras being able to share. But mention Printavo Pod 24. That gets you 50% off your vector, SAP, or digitized order. Excited to hear about what's going on there when Steven gets back. Next up, DGIapparel.com. DGI Apparel is built by MIT engineers with a background in screen printing. And they allow you to connect your Sanmar or Alpha or SNS account to be able to compare pricing, inventory, and ship times across the different suppliers. And really, it just saves you a lot of time on purchasing. So it's a really slick, really fast website. It helps you manage purchasing and it collects all together and you one click hit buy. And that is awesome. Also, it's 100% free. So they have a different business model and they don't charge anything to the end customer, you guys. And so you can use it, dgiapparel.com. Easy Way. Spending hours cleaning screens is a thing of the past with Easy Way screen printing and screen cleaning chemicals. Their innovative formulas are designed to work quickly and effectively, so you can spend less time cleaning and more time creating. Plus, Easy Way has a awesomely passionate team that helps empower printers of all skill levels. So you can always reach out to the team and they will be able to help you solution solve any types of problems with their products. Plus, they've got a bunch of great resources on their website, easyway.com. Last but not least, Multicraft. Multicraft_daddy. If you need ink supplies or daddy, Multicraft screen printing and digital supplies have been around for 50 plus years, providing the industry with top brands at competitive pricing. Plus, you can mention the Printavo pod and that gets you 10% off your first order. And lastly, you know the drill. Dave at Multicraft gives out goodies every single week. So DM him on Instagram, your email address. And he is giving out a bunch of stuff, including PMI tape. And don't forget to leave a nice comment. We love seeing his content. All right, let's get back to the show. Okay, the Mecca of shop ownership and the two different things that really gets you there. And when you achieve these two different things, I really feel like the business is under control and isn't controlling you as a person and as an owner. And you feel really good. You're in a good, calm state. There's a really good book called Rework, Rework, by the Basecamp, formerly known as 37 Signals Company. They're actually out of Chicago too. And they talk about wanting to run a calm company. And how do you run a calm company? Well, I think these two things are a big piece of that. So let's just jump on in. First up, number one, generating enough income for you as an owner and your family to feel comfortable. Okay. So generating enough take home income from you, income to you from the business to allow you to feel financially comfortable. Now, let's break this down for a second. I really do believe financial security is a big key in feeling at ease, especially when running your business. This takes a lot of time to be able to get there. There's ups and downs. There's things are good, things aren't good. But if you can create as much financial stability for you by generating enough cash that is significantly more than your expenses, you feel great. And that is part one of the Mecca of shop ownership. Now, what does this specifically mean? Well, take your annual expenses that you spend for you as a family. Now, I know a lot of things get put on the business and so on, but take an estimate of those annual expenses. Let's say it's $100K. Multiply it or add 50%, so 1.5 times that number. And that is the amount that you should at least take home and sweep off the table so that you can spend comfortably. Now, maybe you want it to be 2x, right? Maybe that is where you feel personally very comfortable. And what I mean by feel personally very comfortable, I mean as an owner that you can go and you can take vacations with your family that you'd like to take. You can eat out when you like to eat out. You can do the things that keep you feeling good with you or you and your family annually, year in and year out, right? Now, things aren't good all the time, but can you feel this way the majority of the time? That I think is number one in the Mecca and how you get there. Number two, the ability to not be physically at the shop and not be working there. That I think is part two of the Mecca. So if you have both of these pieces, you're in the golden zone, right? You've done it. You want to continue to maintain this lifestyle. But number two, Stephen pushes on this a lot, especially with our guests, right? Can you not physically be there? Can you leave? Try leaving half the day on Friday. Can you leave at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, right? And do things continue to still happen without you being there? Now, we all know the business takes time to grow, especially in the early days, and especially if you're at a different stepping stone in the business. There's these interesting stepping stones that happen. One, maybe you get to a size that you really need a few true managers. That's a big stepping stone to be able to not only take on that overhead, but then also to get the right people and trained and all this stuff. It takes a good amount of time. It could be a year, 2 years, whatever. But for the majority of the time, do you have the ability to not be there every single day, right? Can you have mental sanity and not feeling like you're constantly being dragged in to micromanage or to push things forward all the time? And the easiest test for that, I really like when Stephen says, is again, can you leave on Fridays? Can you leave at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday? Can you start to continue that? You did it once, great. Can you do it again next week? Can you do it again next week? You enjoy golfing, you enjoy tennis, go do that Wednesday afternoon, Friday afternoon, Thursday morning, whatever, but not physically being there all the time. This is hard. And the reason why this one is specifically hard is because it is an addiction. From, getting started to where you are at now, it is a just power of pure will to be able to push that business forward and get things out the door every single day. But can you unlearn that skill set and can you be able to push yourself forward to the next step in being an owner? That's hard. I mean, look, When we had 30 people at Printavo, I really couldn't get there just yet. It was always I'll hire this person and then I'll be free. No, my plate just filled up with something else. I filled it up with something else and kept doing it. Now, we have those two important aspects, but the cherry on top here is, how do we get there? And the way I think that we get there is we have to actively question the decisions that we make every week. I think Elon Musk said it good. He said it well. He said, quote, "What did you get done this week? How do you look back on Friday from the past week? And was there a lot of minutia and small tasks and just things that you had to chip away at or just do little things to move things forward? Or did you spend the majority of your time on true business moving tasks?" I'd be willing to bet we spend, because I do this as well, 80% of the time, filling our glass with little pieces of grains of sand instead of the big boulders, the big things, the important tasks for us to be able to actually move that business forward. Whether that's hunting for bigger customers, that's making the better hires, that's spending time training more so you can step away more. How many times a week do we think, I'll just do it? The J word, I'll just get this done. I'll just do it. I'll send that email. I'll follow up on here. I'll just do it. It's time we get really conscious about that stuff, right? And maybe it's that we have an accountability buddy. Maybe that there's someone that you can call once a week and you guys sync up and you guys talk about, what did you get done this week? And we compare notes, because it's hard when us as an owner don't have someone to be able to hold us accountable. We don't have that coach. And so maybe you can get that. But even just writing it down, looking back at the tasks you got done, starting your days with the most important thing instead of the sort of paper pusher task. Are you making the right decisions to get to peak business owner? That's the thing I really want to help us all push forward and do together. So thanks for listening. Leave a comment if you enjoyed this or if you have some feedback on it. Really appreciate you guys, Print Hustlers. We're ready to push forward. Bye. Thanks so much for listening. Hopefully that was informative. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications if you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy all the stuff we're putting out, it's really helpful. We love to just be able to see it. That means that we're doing a good job. To subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and hit the like button. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.